Hello, my amazing Aquarians. Welcome into a random next 48-hour tarot reading for you. Please keep in mind, as always, as we proceed, that these messages are meant to pertain to the next 2 days, the next 48 for you, beginning around when you are guided or drawn to this video. But do cross your fingers that we don't get too much background noise. But yeah, we're going to jump into the Find Your Happy Oracle and see what the next 2 days is going to look like. I already pre-shuffled, so let's just go right from the middle. The universe has a plan greater than mine. The fastest way to fulfillment is to live my values, and I honor my body's needs. Interesting. And I feel the need to mention, Aquarius, I did an amazing next 2-day reading for you yesterday in full. It was almost 17 minutes of quality channeling, but I noticed my microphone was plugged in, but then not on my shirt. If you know what I mean, it was sitting to my right. And so the audio was just not the best. Anyways, so beginning in the center of your reading, the universe has a greater plan than mine because there's a true focus in the next 2 days and surrounding it on the fact that your path is quite grand. And there's a sense of you needing to remember that, yeah, okay, you have your vision, if not multiple, for the future, right? I feel some of you are still in the midst of, or now beginning to tweak that vision or create that vision, for moving forward. But the main message is that the universe, spirit, has this grand plan for you that, in a sense, will be combining with what you choose to envision to create overall, all right? But I do sense that you are gaining a lot of spiritual knowledge, guidance, information of importance in the next 2 days, and this will come through in different ways. But one big way, and I feel this came up in a recent reading I did, you'll be drawn to look at, words, phrases, logos of importance, colors of importance, angel numbers. These things are going to be really popping up within your attention. And Spirit is saying, we have a lot to provide you at this time. But the fastest way to fulfillment is to live my values, because they're saying that you are needing to feel more fulfilled at this time, being true to who you've become, who you are more than ever at this point along your path, and not budging in regards to that. You know what I mean? Knowing more so where your values lie, and then, fulfilling those and feeling fulfilled personally all the meanwhile. I hope that came out the right way. But you're meant to be living your values and honoring that to the fullest extent. But another honor phrase over here, I honor my body's needs, because there's something about a lot of you needing to do a better job at putting an effort to get into the shape you want to be in or will feel better in. There's a need for you to recognize little things like when your body is screaming for more water to be put in it. If you're feeling dry, dehydrated, or maybe a lack there of energy. You're needing to take a nap if you need one. Sleep in if you can, if you need to. Your body is going to provide you quality alarms and communication otherwise, where you then need to be honoring your body by listening and taking, appropriate action in regards to whatever that ends up being for you. But I also feel this sense of gratitude needing to take over at certain points, because it feels like Spirit is saying that you have a lot going for you at this time, but then it's not that easy to remember that or be fully with that truth, that feeling in certain moments. But they're saying when we provide you a feeling of gratitude, even for something that maybe is to be labeled as quite insignificant, they're wanting you to understand that this is helping you manifest. All right, we're wanting you to understand that this appreciation and gratitude for your current day reality is more powerful than you could even begin to realize. But it also feels like you're reminding other people to be grateful, to be this state of gratitude for their path and even for other people. But you may as well find there's somewhat of a highlighting of where you're trapping yourself as far as illusions go. I think there's nothing wrong with continuing this bad habit. Well, there absolutely is something wrong with that, repeating that pattern, that cycle over and over, and maybe expecting different results. Maybe it's in regards to you thinking that if you don't pick back up that health routine, that things are gonna feel ultra healthy for you. Do you know what I'm saying? And those are just a couple different random examples that I'm getting, but there's something about you needing to remember that you do limit yourself at times when you continue that sense of illusion. Anyways, just be honest with yourself, be completely real. Now, the last of the oracle before we move on to the tarot portion of your reading says, I imagine myself living my ideal life, because again, I feel you to be a manifester of true power and importance. But again, there's just something about spirit wanting you to quite consistently envision the best for the future, envision the best for yourself and maybe even your loved ones. But I do see this being a time where by the end of this 2-day period, maybe even more so a little bit after the fact, I'm hearing the aftermath, you're going to find that your vision for the future, in a large sense, if you were to take a step back, right, including each and every area, is more developed than it was before this time period, all right? And I keep saying all right because there's something about a select amount of Aquarians within this collective needing to feel more than ever that things will be all right, even better than all right. And so I'm here to remind you of this. And they're also saying that you, my friend, are a life force. You are a force to be reckoned with. There's a sense of you starting to more than ever step into this unstoppable energy where you're meant to be improving things. And I always say that in Aquarian readings. But I feel the improvement, cleaning up, organizing process or processes of your individual path tend to fulfill you, at least to an extent, right? But let's move on to some tarot. I feel like Spirit is reminding you at certain points, don't rush it, because I feel like at certain points, the energy in at least one situation for you is completely off. All right, it's completely off. And I do sense that there are multiple factors playing into that. But you need to be taking a deep breath and recognizing or remembering where your control lies in regards to that and otherwise. But just taking a deep breath and recognizing that you're just remembering you're someone who is simply affected by energy. And like I said, the energy will be off at certain points, but it's about protecting your own. I also need you to be extremely flexible in regards to when you get things done, maybe even how you go about doing so, because I am getting very, I'm hearing concrete energy that you're giving off and embodying, but it's more so that you want to get things out of the way at certain points. You're wanting to get ahead of the game or stay ahead of the game, keep the ball rolling. You're not wanting to fall behind. And they're saying you will always get done what you're meant to at the right divine timing in the right way or ways. And so they're saying, look at this, do not force it. Do not force it, if I could spit that out. But they're saying just as easily as you can find and initiate the highlighting of the not so ideal aspects of your current day reality, seeing those pop up and whatnot, you can just as easily highlight and focus upon the ideal aspects, right? Because Spirit's saying even the new situations in the future are not going to hold perfection. Some of you seem to want to strive for more perfection in your life, and that can be a healthy process along the way, being, keeping a sense of reality within your perspective and your expectations. But it does seem like you're needing to, wow, I just got lost in that message. Anyways, you get the point. Let's move on to the tarot. The Six of Pentacles coming out. Yeah, as a Spirit laughs, that's hilarious. That you made me lose my train of thought. But the Six of Pentacles, because it's time for you to be receiving rewards, all right? And I do sense that your gratitude is for the abundance, the rewards previous to this time period, but during this next 2-day time. And it's creating more of which. Again, you're manifesting it. But I just feel, oh, we were saying, now I got it. All right, it's coming back to me. The point I was getting to before was just it's definitely possible for you to focus upon the ideal aspects of things. Don't allow for the desire for perfection to get the best of you. But the Two of Wands here as well, because I feel like you are thinking about where your world is at currently, how your path is currently, and where things should be changing moving forward. And what does that entail? What do you not have currently that you need and or want in order to make that happen? I'm now also getting there's the serious potential for you to get a bit aggravated, a bit agitated, irritated in the next 48 at certain random points. I feel like you do deal with a lot, especially when it comes to off and negative energy, maybe even heavy energy more so otherwise. And so they're wanting you to take a deep breath and maybe separate yourself from what's about to or is actually affecting you negatively, and do not let things get the best of you. Do not let a negative spirit win if that's what's happening for you. But they're now drawing me to my AirPods, my headphones. So I feel, Aquarius, there's a significance to you putting in headphones and jamming to some good music. Putting in your headphones and allowing one of your favorite tarot readers to inspire you, as I feel this is one of the many ways that Spirit's coming through to assist you, all right? To allow for certain other, or one in particular, other spiritual guides to come through and provide you with that inspiration, that assistance. But the Fool card over here and the Five of Swords in reverse, because it feels like there are certain moments where there's a lack of chaos, a lack of bad energy, and there's, interestingly enough, some background noise. And I feel like this is highlighting a sense of freedom and sunny energy that you want for the future. Interesting. But I also want to remind you, and you may find this comes through in the next 48, that when a leap of faith, maybe to be labeled as a risk, or to when a new decision of yours is meant to be, especially at this point along your path, it's not going to feel stressful, all right? To get it off the ground, to commit to it, to acquire it, and to continue it. Things are meant to feel lighter, healthier, more positive for you. But let's pull a couple more. The Knight of Pentacles, because they're saying slow and steady wins the race, and there's a need to slowly but surely, improve your physical figure, your health, to improve how you're feeling, maybe improve your mood at certain points. What makes you smile? What makes you happy? So there's something about you needing to bring more of that into your current day reality, your day-to-day routines and whatnot. And then don't be surprised when you are feeling more motivated because you're happier. You're feeling more alive because you're not weighed down by that overly serious energy or that moodiness or whatever ends up being. You know what I mean? There's a need for you to smile more. But the Hanged Man, because there will be moments in the next 48 where you're needing to more than ever take on, create, or accept an adjustment in your perspective. I do also feel little moments of confusion being sparked within this period. And I do want to remind you that it's nothing to sweat. It's not a big deal. We all have moments of confusion, but it just might be a spirit trying to make you look less intelligent than you actually are. And I'm going to post a Libra reading that I did yesterday for the next 48 as well. And in theirs, and I'm getting this message for you as well, there will be a real big focus on the brightness, the uniqueness of your individual Aquarian mind. And also, you will find an extreme need for you to more than ever hang from your tree of wisdom and experience to, in the best way possible, use what you've been through, the ups and downs, to better your current day reality, to accomplish, to get further. Advanced is what I'm hearing, to maybe even assist other people. But I'm now getting the message of la la la, and so we're needing kind of that all right, delusional energy, that fun sort of lighthearted energy more so. They're wanting you to find ways, small ways maybe even, to enjoy yourself a bit more. And again, I'm getting your connection to music being a huge part of this time. But now I'm seeing the message ooh la la, and so that might play into this time for you as well. And I'm now getting the smell of coconut being significant. And please, Aquarius, remember to cleanse your energy. I see some of you normally doing so and then forgetting to throughout this time, or just skipping over that part of your routine. And you're really going to regret it if you choose to avoid it. But as well, I want to say that you are thinking about maybe putting an effort towards dating again, or making friends, or furthering a current connection or two of importance for you. And that'll feel satisfying and fulfilling in of itself. But you're more than ever drawing people in. People like your online content if that's relevant for you. People are just feeling like turning their head to look at you, or they just naturally do. There's a sense of your energy being desirable, even when you feel a little bit nervous, all right? But I do want to again remind you that you're affected quite easily by certain factors like energy. But I do feel like this is a time where Spirit is saying that you again are a life force. And going back to the overall tarot oracle card, excuse me, it was saying that the universe and Spirit has a greater plan than yours, but you'll find that once again, your vision of importance for the future will feel developed, maybe even brand new for some by the end of this next 2-day period. All right. So those are your random messages for the next 2 days. I hope they were truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light. Take care.